Okay, babies, yesterday we were talking about present perfect continuous, and we were saying that this kind of verbal time is something really useful because it's going to let us know about some things that began in the past but are still happening today, and of course you are going to have some kind of consequences, yeah? Today we are going to continue with that explanation, but more than the explanation, because I know that you have it, you have the grammar and everything, we are going to check some examples in order to understand the difference between present perfect continuous and present perfect simple. But before doing that, I want to listen to you. Taking into account the things that we said yesterday, who can remind me what is the main difference between present perfect simple and present perfect continuous? Who can tell me? Who can tell me what is the main difference, guys? What is the difference between present perfect simple and present perfect continuous? No one? Do I have to pick someone?
Been.
Okay, Juan, you have one of the differences, that is the use of been. In continuous, you have to use been all the time. Another difference, please. Another difference between these two verbal times, you can tell me. But maybe please focus it more in the use. When do you use present perfect continuous? When do you use present perfect simple? What is the difference? Who knows? Who remembers that?
Teacher, I get that with present continuous is when you talk about an action that you doing. Like when you say I'm running in the park, you do an action that you do in that moment. Present perfect perfect sorry, the other one, it's like when you still do the action you tell before. So it's like the example that you gave us yesterday, that is I have learning English, I guess that is what that for 2 weeks you do the action, but you still in that action you continue with that, and that is the
Okay, you have the idea, but you mix the times. So pay attention to this, guys, and please write it. You use present perfect simple when you want to talk about an action that began in the past, that finishes in the past, but that has real consequences today. So I have learned English. I did that in the past, but today I have the results. In the case of present perfect continuous, is the action that began in the past, but that action is still happening today. So I have been learning English for 2 weeks. It's in progress. I began at some point in the past, but it's still in progress. Okay? Now, taking that into account, I am going to share with you my screen, and we are going to check some examples that will help us to understand better, okay? Give me 1 second while I do it, please. Okay, so here we go. So as I told you, we use it to connect the present. We are going to check these two examples. So example number 1. Martin Grajales, can you please help me reading this?
I've been decorating the house this summer.
Is this in present perfect simple or continuous?
I think perfect continuous because
Because?
it has before and the decor the ing. Okay.
So that's the first thing that you can use to identify. Of course, you have been and you have the verb with ing. But also, I've been decorating the house this summer means that the summer is not finished yet. Means that you are still working on the decoration of your house. Here, if you realize, I am using the contracted form of have. So you can say, I have been decorating, or you can say, I've been decorating. Don't forget the contracted form that is with the apostrophe, okay? Let's check the second example. Okay, Juana, can you please help me reading this one?
I have painted the living room blue.
So I've painted the living room blue. Baby, is this in present perfect continuous or simple?
Simple.
Why?
Because feels not being.
And what else?
The verb is ed.
Okay, and what else? How do you know that this is simple and not continuous? So Juana, am I still doing the action? Am I still painting the room in blue? Or not? Is this happening right now, Juana? Or not really? Who can tell me?
It's a new. It's in the past.
It's in the past. So yes, it's imperfect simple because this action began in the past. Of course, it requires a certain amount of time because you need time to paint the room. But right now, you have the results because today your living room is blue and it will be blue for some time. So that's present perfect simple. Let's check another examples to make it easier. Okay, here we go with this one. David, can you please help me reading this example? David?
Hello. Yeah. I read that book violently. I finished it yesterday.
So baby, present perfect simple or continuous? What do you say?
Present, ¿cuáles son sus opciones? Perdón. Present,
Present perfect simple or present perfect continuous?
perfect. El primero. No lo sé pronunciar, pero el primero.
Repeat with me. Present perfect simple.
Present perfect simple.
Okay, why do you say that this is present perfect simple? In English, please.
With the verb.
Okay, you take into account the verb. Of course, the verb is in the participle in past. What else?
The verb? Bueno, the two verbs.
Okay, you are telling me that you realize this because you have the verbs. But what is the main thing that is going to show you that is in present perfect simple? Is this action still happening or not? What did you say, David? Is this action in progress? David, are you there, baby?
Yes. I is. Espera, déjame pensar.
Okay, is this...
Esto se acaba el yesterday, ¿no? Entonces está en progreso.
What is the meaning of yesterday?
Okay,
wake up with me. Here we go, in English, please. What is the meaning of yesterday? Yesterday is ayer. So, if this is something that happened yesterday, is this happening right now or is already finished? Okay, so tell me, is this happening right now or is already finished? It's finished. In English, David, please try to use English. I need you to use English.
It's already finished.
Okay, yes, that's it. If you have an action that it's over, that it's finished, that means that you have present perfect simple. If it's in progress, you have continuous. So let's check the next example. I mean, here you are telling someone that you read a book. Of course, you use some time to do it, but right now you finish. Anyway, you have the results, and the results is that now you know the story and you will know it forever. Yeah? But the action is over.
Teacher?
Tell me.
Sorry. We are going to talk about present continuous and present simple.
Present perfect simple and continuous.
Okay.
Okay, right now we are making like everything to understand present perfect continuous. But in order to be able to understand it, in order to be able to use it in a good way, you have to understand the difference between simple and continuous. That's the reason why we are checking these examples. So Sophie, now that you are talking, can you please help me reading this second example?
I have read that book you lent me. I've got another 50 pages to read.
Sophie, is this in present perfect simple or continuous? Sophie.
I don't know. I guess that it's present perfect continuous. Sorry,
Present.
present continuous.
No, it's present perfect
Because the
continuous.
first line.
Why, Sophie? Why is present perfect continuous?
Okay, because the first line says that the book that I don't know a friend
Mm-hmm.
give to a girl. She said that she read the book, all the book, but the man I don't know how to say it to she the give to her sorry
Okay.
another book. She starts to read it a news, but it's like an action in progress because she said in the second line I've got another 50 pages to read. So it's a thing that they start but still don't end.
That's it. So you have an action that began in the past but is not finished yet. So I've been be careful with this pronunciation, guys, because you are used to say, for example, when you have this, you are used to say I have been, and that's not the pronunciation. The pronunciation is I've. So if you have apostrophe, be careful with that pronunciation. So yes, of course, in this case, you have something that began in the past, but is not finished yet. It's in progress. Let's check another example. Juanes, can you please help me reading this one?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
she's writing emails for 3 hours.
So she's been writing emails for 3 hours. Juanes, is this present perfect simple or present perfect continuous?
Present perfect continuous has a first part of first part of the line has been
Mm-hmm.
um yeah.
So it's present perfect continuous, but not only because you have ing and been. It's because it's an action that is in progress, is still happening. She began 3 hours ago, but she is still doing that. It is not finished yet. Okay? Daniel, please help me reading this one.
Okay, she was writing 10 message,
Messages.
messages.
So she has written 10 messages. Present perfect simple or present perfect continuous? What do you say?
And present perfect simple
Very good. Why is this present perfect simple? Tell me.
because I don't have the being and I
Mm-hmm.
don't have the verb in ing.
And what else? Give me the other reason, like the main reason. If you know that present perfect continuous is something that began in the past but is still happening, what happened with present perfect simple?
And I don't know.
Okay, please don't forget this. This is not present perfect simple just because you don't have been. It's because it's an action that is finished, it's over. Yeah? She wrote the messages in the past. She sent the messages in the past. But she is going to have results in the present. Because of course people have to check these messages and to reply. Yeah? But it's present perfect simple when the action had some time, I mean a duration in the past, but it's finished, it's over. And it's present perfect continuous when it began in the past and it's still happening. Don't forget that, please. Okay, let's continue then. Martin Segura, go ahead.
I work here for
Oh my god, Teddy.
30 years.
So I've worked here for 30 years. Baby, present perfect simple or continuous?
Continue.
Why?
Because yeah, because he don't finish work.
Read the sentence. I've worked here for 30 years. Of course you have an action. It's an action that it can be happening right now. Because with this kind of sentences, like the time that you have been doing something, you can use simple or continuous, but you usually use more continuous. But what happened in this case, if you don't know how to identify if this is an action that can be happening right now or not, how can you identify if it's simple or continuous?
For the word.
Because, okay, first you have the verb in participle, in past, and you don't have? What is the missing word here if you want to put it in continuous? Been. So, to identify it in these cases, you have to check if you have been, if you have verb with ing or not. If you don't have it, that means that this is present perfect simple. Okay? And let's finish with this one. Sarai, can you please help me reading this one?
I usually work in London, but I've been working in
Birmingham.
Birmingham for the last 3 weeks.
So, baby, what do you have here? Continuous or simple?
Continuous.
Why?
Because I have have and been and the verb with ing.
And what else? What is the main reason? Not only the structure, what is the main reason that make this continuous and not simple?
Because it's still happening today.
Very good. It's still happening today. She has, or he has, I don't know, a usual work in London, but these last weeks it's been doing something different and it's still happening. So that's how you can identify it. Okay? What are we going to do right now? First, I need to know if you have any question about the use of present perfect continuous, how to make it, how to create it, the structure, the uses, whatever. Do you have any question, babies? Are you confused with something or not? Okay, so as I can see, you have no questions. So I am going to start. Tell me, baby. Tell me, Sophie.
No. I say you that I don't have questions.
Okay,
I understand.
thank you. Okay, babies. Right now,